Jackson for the point.
Back to better through the block and down.
Field goal. Active pass. He'll look to fire deep and intercepted. Stretchy diving. He's in.
Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a good Tuesday, December the 7th. EDC basketball is on here tonight on our Irie Insurance pregame show on your live event. It's a clash of 25th Street here in Fargo for a basketball double dip as the Fargo Shanley Deacons will tangle with the Fargo Davies Eagles here tonight. I'm Chase Miller alongside Reggie Funk. Thank you very much for tuning in to our Irie Insurance pregame show. For all of your insurance requests, visit Irie Insurance online at irieins.com. For the Fargo Shanley Deacons, they had their season opening game last week out in the capital city in Bismarck, a 57-50 loss at the hands of the St. Mary's Saints. They get into EDC conference action here tonight. Then they will square off with the Fargo South Bruins coming up here on Friday. On the opposite side for the Fargo Davies Eagles, coming off a state runner-up from a year ago. They played in their first ever championship game in program history, losing to a very good and quality Bismarck Century club. In that contest, Fargo Davies lost 58-47, but last year for the Eagles, a 24-3 overall record, and they had a 14-game winning streak at one point. EDC tournament champions and state runners-up. After tonight, they'll play at Wahpeton on Friday, and then back here at Fargo Davies against Valley City on December the 14th. Still to come on our Irie Insurance pregame show, we'll go over the early EDC standings, your out-of-town scoreboard as well, and take a look ahead for game number 2 tonight between Fargo Shanley and Fargo Davies. But before then, the EDC Hoopster rankings in the East had West Fargo number 1 on the girls' side with Davies 2, Devils Lake 3, Cheyenne 4, and Fargo Shanley number 5 in the last meeting between these two programs. Davies won 64-47 in the EDC championship game back on March the 6th, and last season Davies swept the Deacons 3-0. Last Shanley win not too long ago, February 7th of 2020, in which Shanley won 71-62 at McCormick Gymnasium. But again, Davies has won 3 straight in 4 of the last 5 in this meeting. But if you go back to the last 15 matchups, Davies has won 8. Fargo Shanley has won 7. So it's kind of what you expect when these two programs meet at center court. This is our Irie Insurance pregame show. When we come back, we'll get a little bit of our coaches preview. We'll sit down with both head coaches, Steve Jacobson and head coach Tony Safransky as well. Also still to come again, your scoreboard, starting lineups, and the opening tip here tonight from the south side of Fargo. It's Fargo Davies and Fargo Shanley in the Class A basketball pool. It's number 3 versus receiving votes. The Davies Eagles number 3 and Fargo Shanley receiving votes. Our pregame show continues after this here on your live event.
If you want help from a firm who has integrity, respect, strives for excellence, and is interested in the benefit of the community, then look no further than Onstead Twitchell Attorneys. Our team of attorneys are dedicated and talented professionals who are committed to improving the lives of their clients and providing custom legal solutions with integrity and excellence. We have offices in West Fargo, Hillsborough, and Castleton, or visit our website at www.onsteadlaw.com.
Welcome to Ada, Minnesota. There's much to offer for new residents and much to do once you're here. Medical facility, living community, and assistant living. A beautiful school campus providing quality education. The Deco Center with a 24-hour fitness center. A community of faith with church and youth programs. Auto dealers, bowling, theater, farm implement and agronomy centers. Banks, retail and service businesses, a radio station, and much more. With employment and housing available. Welcome to the City of Ada to work, raise a family, and relax. Contact the City of Ada for more information.
We continue here on our Irie Insurance pregame show, a double dip tonight here from Fargo Davies, as it's Fargo Shanley and Fargo Davies in EDC basketball. Ladies are up first, and with us is Shanley head coach, that's Steve Jacobson. And Steve, you got to play one non-conference game, and boom, you go right back into the double round robin here of the EDC tournament from here on out. One game in, game number 2 tonight. What do you want to see from your team as the first couple weeks of the season continue to get here in December?
You know, we need to show some improvement from Saturday. I mean, we played well the first half against St. Mary's, then we sort of faltered a little bit. So we can play better than we did Saturday and get the improvement. That, you know, Plus, we're looking for the win. Don't take me wrong, but we're a very young team. I'm going to be playing 5 sophomores. We got to improve every night so that we can be in that spot at the end of the year to have an opportunity to go to state tournament.
You know, last year's team, Mohawk now plays out at U of Mary. You have taking a look at Busick at the University of Jamestown as well in terms of some basketball girls that went on to the next level, who are going to be some of the girls that did play with those 2 particular players in the senior class last year, Steve, that you need to rely on here throughout the season?
Well, Emily Shrema, 6'4" post player who has signed with Minot State. Hannah Hodel, who played 2 guard last year and sometimes a 1, depending on where Kate was at. But then I've got 3 sophomores I'm going to rely on quite a bit with Mevold, Kim, and Shorma, and they just got to learn to play together. And that's our biggest part right now is they played, and don't listen to her because I'll tell you stories, but they played together, but they haven't really played a lot together. And so we got to get that combination going, and I think we'll be fine.
Final thing for you, speaking of no lies, that was Tona Safransky for Fargo Davies, your opposition here tonight. Anytime you go up against Davies, you know it's going to be a scrum, you know it's going to be some physicality, you know there's a rivalry on the line as well. Outside of that, Steve, what else is there to play for?
You know, it's going to be a fun and exciting game. You know, everyone looks at both teams, you know, they've got a lot back from last year. But it's always exciting for at least a half. You know, if our defense comes around, who knows what can happen. And we put a few things in for Davies today because Coach Anderson over there thinks he's got it all figured out. And you can tell him when you go by him, you don't have it all figured out. So this should be a fun and enjoyable game, I hope, tonight.
Hey, Steve, as always, thanks very much for the time. Best of luck throughout the 2021-22 season.
Thank you, and thank you for coming.
And again, head coach of the Fargo Shanley Deacon, Steve Jacobson, with us here on our IRA Insurance pregame show. Taking a look at Fargo Shanley, it's crazy to think we're 6 years removed from the Lauren Rotunda, the Sarah Jacobson undefeated team in 2015 and 2016 that won 27-0. The year before went 27-0 that year as well. They beat Century in the state championship game to cap off a perfect season 24 and winning the state championship in 2014, 2015, and 2016 with that three-peat. And during that time, they have a 76-game winning streak. And now all of a sudden you look at this squad and, hey, they lost to Bismarck Legacy in the 2017 title. 2018, they failed to make state but went 17-7. 3 years ago, 20-6. They went 0-2 at the state tournament. 2 years ago, co-champs with Devils Lake after COVID cut the state tournament short where they played in the semis but unable to play in the championship. Then last year, Fargo Shanley 15-10 had to deal with some injuries. State semifinalists losing to eventual state champ Bismarck Century, but an EDC tournament runner-up as well. Fargo Shanley 9 state tournament championships in their program history. 33 state tournament appearances when you think of girls basketball in the state Class A or Class B. Fargo Shanley definitely with their program and some of the talent that they've had throughout the years comes to mind. So that was a look inside the Deacon Den. Fargo Shanley 0-1 on the season. This is their conference opener. Their opponent tonight, third-ranked Fargo Davies in their season opener here in Class A basketball. We'll step aside when we come back. We'll hear from Fargo Davies head coach. That's Tona Safransky, Chase Miller, and Reggie Funk with you here tonight from South Fargo here on your live event.
For all your flooring needs, look no further than Carlson Customs Incorporated. From tile, Cortex, and laminate flooring, waterproof floors, shower tiles, and carpet, you are sure to find what you need to update or create the perfect feel in your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Carlson Customs Incorporated. Call Todd at 218-531-0176.
We built Irie Insurance with one philosophy: hire great people and provide great service and options. We want to help protect your home, farm, crops, personal, and your businesses. Hello, this is Shane with Irie Insurance, and since day one, we have followed this golden rule to help protect you. That's why we have so many locations like West Fargo, Devils Lake, Hope, Hillsboro, Mackville, and Towner. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to IrieInsurance.com. Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity employer and provider.
As we continue on our Irie Insurance pregame show here tonight, EDC girls basketball, Fargo Shanley and Fargo Davies from Davies High School. With us is head coach for Fargo Davies, that's Tona Safransky. And coach, first and foremost, I know the weather outside with some snow, so you might as well be in the gym playing some hoops. It's your guys' season opener. So first things first, I always like to ask coaches, the first week or two of the season, what do you want to see, so to speak, win or lose? Like, what's the improvement as the year continues here, coach?
Well, it's always nice to get a game going because we've been practicing against ourselves, for a couple weeks now. We did have a scrimmage with Grafton, which was really helpful as well. But just, these first couple games, we got to see what we need to continue to improve on and what our strengths are and, what personnel works best with each other and all those little things that you just are kind of unknown coming into the season each year.
You lost a couple of girls that obviously were all conference and all state selection in Riley Wacha, but there's some girls that are coming back from last year's team that were able to either come off the bench or possibly get some minutes for you as well in a starting capacity. How do you rely on those seniors and juniors that did play last year, and what did they bring to the underclassmen here, Tona?
Yeah, we do have a few kids. Taylor and Ava both started last year, so they're kind of our veterans with that starting group, and then Ashton and Marissa got pretty good playing time last year too, so we'll look at them. And then Ashley Wacha's kind of she was waiting in the wings last year with quite a few kids at her position, so seniors that we had last year, so she's ready to go. And then Carly Franks also got some valuable playing time at the state tournament and EDC tournament for us last year, so we're looking for those kiddos to kind of be our backbone, and then see what some of our other kids that haven't played a whole lot of varsity, see how they step into some roles too.
Final thing for you, anytime you go up against Steve Jacobson and Fargo Shanley, scrappy, physicality, rivalry, barely a mile separates between the two schools. Besides that, coach, what do you expect here tonight against the Deacons?
Well, we always know that they're going to play hard, and we know that they are big, and we know that they're physical, and they're well coached. So we know we have to play extremely well tonight to earn a win. So we're coming in and hoping we can, play our best and see what they have to bring and see what happens.
Hey, as always, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck in the 2021-22 season.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Head coach for the Fargo Davies Eagles, Tona Safransky, with us here on our Irie Insurance pregame show. Fargo Davies, 0 state championships in their program history, but 7 state tournament appearances, and they've done it the last 2 years in 2020 and 2021 as well. Take a look at Fargo Davies' 23-4 record in 2017-2018. You take a look at 3 years ago, a 13-12. 2 years ago, 18 wins, 8 losses, and then last season, 24 wins, 3 losses, program best in terms of wins in a single season. Tona Safransky back for her 8th year on the bench, but her 2nd stint. She was a head coach from 2011 to 2017 here for the Fargo Davies Eagles. Still to come, we'll get to our starting lineups and the opening tip. Let's take a look at your out-of-town scoreboard here tonight across the EDC in a non-conference game. West Fargo at the Moorhead Spuds. That game just about ready to tip off in Moorhead. It's the season opener for the Packers. West Fargo, the number 1 rated team in the EDC Hoopster rankings, number 2 in the Class A poll. Fargo South at Grand Forks Central here tonight at 6:30. Devils Lake travels down to Valley City and will play the Highlanders. Then Wahpeton at West Fargo Cheyenne. That game will be at 7:30. Just one contest on Thursday North at Grand Forks Red River, then a bevy on Friday. EDC standings very early on. Fargo South and West Fargo Cheyenne. No one has yet to play a conference game coming into tonight, so it's all just out of conference play. But Fargo South and West Fargo Cheyenne at 1-0 this season. South beat Oak Grove while Cheyenne beat Mandan. Fargo, Shanley, Valley City, Grand Forks Central, and Fargo North all at 0-1 right now in the season. But again, it's the conference season opener here tonight for teams across the EDC, where there's 4 games and 4 and 8 teams will have their conference opener. Then the EDC tournament, that'll get going at the latter part of February, on February the 26th with the playing game. Then March gets the quarterfinals at the Shield Center with the EDC Championship and state qualifying matchups. That does it for our Irie Insurance pregame show. For all of your insurance requests, visit Irie Insurance online at irieins.com. And for the complete schedule rundown of what we have up and down the Red River Valley in North Dakota and Minnesota throughout here this week and into the weekend, you can go to yourliveevent.com. That's yourliveevent.com. Check out the complete rundown of what we have to offer, from hockey to wrestling to basketball. We have you covered here throughout the winter season. That does it for our Irie Insurance pregame show. Starting lineups in the opening tip is next from Davies. It's the 25th Street Showdown here on your live event.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Going to NDSCS, I found out way more than just like sports. I met a lot of people just on my floor, and then different activities you could go to that were on campus. For sure, I'll look back at all the memories and love it. My name is Grace, and I'm here for my future.
First week of college, I can't tell you how many friends I've made. It's a family, you know what I mean? Like, every time I go to a meeting, like, everyone knows my name. They're always kind to me. I love it. I can't explain how much I love it here. My name is Junior, and I'm here for my future.
If you want help from a firm who has integrity, respect, strives for excellence, and is interested in the benefit of the community, then look no further than Onstead Twitchell Attorneys. Our team of attorneys are dedicated and talented professionals who are committed to improving the lives of their clients and providing custom legal solutions with integrity and excellence. We have offices in West Fargo, Hillsboro, and Castleton. Or visit our website at www.onsteadlaw.com.
Since 1981, Park Christian School has been educating the next generation of leaders in the Fargo, Moorhead, and West Fargo area. Park Christian's thoroughly Christian education and commitment to academic excellence has resulted in a confident tradition of student success. Students graduate from Park Christian School strong in their faith and well prepared for the rigors of college, career, and relationships. Call 218-236-0500 to schedule your visit or go online to parkchristianschool.org.
Degelman does put the effort and time into their employees by training them.
It's something that you think you couldn't do, but you can actually do it because you were trained to do it.
Once I got my confidence up, now I just feel pride.
I'm very proud to be leading the team that builds the toughest product in the manufacturing and agricultural industry.
As we're back here between Fargo Shanley and Fargo Davies, it's EDC girls basketball here tonight on your live event. Third-ranked Fargo Davies clashes with their rivals in the Fargo Shanley Deacons. Open up the season with a 7-point loss at the hands of the Bismarck St. Mary's Saints. Fargo Shanley, head coached by Steve Jacobson in his 5th year at the helm, on the sidelines across the way for Fargo Shanley, clad in their red uniforms here tonight in white numerals and lettering. Well, for Fargo Davies, they'll be in their home uniforms here tonight. Head coach by Tona Safransky again in her second stint as we get ready for the starting lineups and the opening tip. For Fargo Davies, after tonight, they'll play at Wahpeton on Friday and then back home against Valley City a week from tonight. For Fargo Shanley, their upcoming schedule after playing this evening against the Eagles, home to Fargo South on Friday, then at Fargo North from the Spartan Dome on Tuesday for their next contest here for Fargo Shanley. The Eagles, winners of 3 straight in this series against Fargo Davies. And Fargo Shanley from a season ago, getting some players as Mo Hakim, a first-team All-Stater, All-EDC selection. She's gone. Kate Busick, All-EDC, and University of Jamestown is gone as well. But back is Emily Shrema as we take a look at the starting lineups. For Fargo Shanley, they'll go like this. Jenna Mevold, a 5'10 sophomore guard. Mevold at 3 points per game and 2 rebounds as they'll go alternating lineups here. But we'll stay with Fargo Shanley to start as they do alternating lineups. So we'll stay with the Fargo Shanley Deacons. They'll come out here with Mezakum Hakim. You also have Hannah Hodel, a 5'8 senior guard. Maggie Shorma, a 6'1 sophomore forward, and Emily Shrema, a 6'4 senior forward. So Mevold, Hakim, Hodel, Shorma, and Shrema here for the Fargo Shanley Deacons. Total was 7 points, 2 rebounds a season ago. Emily Shrema, of the players returning, 10 points and 7 boards to lead Fargo Shanley. Now to Fargo Davies here as we'll take a look at their starting lineups again here at Fargo Davies going in alternate order. Ashton Safransky, a 5'6 sophomore guard. Safransky at 5'6". Marissa Burian, a 5'7 senior. Ashley Wacha, a 5'9 junior, the younger sister of Riley Wacha, who graduated and now is at the University of Mary. Taylor Safransky, a 5'7 senior, and Ava Wild, a St. Thomas volleyball commit. Wild, a 6' senior forward. So a pair of Safranskys of Ashton and Taylor, Burian, Wacha, and Wild here for the Fargo Davies Eagles. For Fargo Davies, some of the players back from last season. Ava Wild, a All-EDC selection, 9 points, 2 rebounds. Marissa Burian had 35 three-pointers last season. Taylor and Ashton Safransky both averaging around 5 points and 2 rebounds per contest here for the Eagles. Fargo Davies lost a first-team All-State selection, and Riley Watch, a Miss Basketball finalist. Taylor Fay, All-EDC selection as well. Then Brooklyn Koenig, a VCSU track and field, now playing for the Vikings. So there's a little look at the starting lineup, some of the players that have left and the players that have returned here tonight. Reggie Funk handling the camera. Chase Miller with you here on this Tuesday, December the 7th. We've had enough snow flurries up and down the Red River Valley, so let's get inside. Let's play some hoops and have some fun. In the center circle is going to be Wild. Going up against her is Emily Shrema. Ryan Gelner will do the honors here to tip things off, as the official tip time will be at 6:06 here on a Tuesday night. The opening tap is won by Hodel, and the Fargo Shanley Deacons will bring it on in the front court here as Fargo Davies will come out. Little man-to-man pressure defense. Mevold goes around a screen. Now they leave it up the floor, trying to get it to Shorma. Now we're going to get a steal working the other way. Right-handed layup, good for 2. Ashton Safransky living up to her nickname from last year when he talked to head coach Tona Safransky, saying she can just be a pest on the floor. She's able to do it there. Quick 2 points here for the Eagles. Hannah Hodel's going to drive. Kick out right baseline. Jumper on the way by Shrema. That one rattles up, but Hakim gets the offensive board. Hakim now to Hodel on the inside. Back to Hakim as they're trying to work it around. That's to Mevold. Mevold handles it at the top of the key. High post touch to Hakim. Hakim will handle it there. The younger sister of Mo Hakim from last year. And we have back-to-back turnovers here for the Fargo Shanley Deacons. So Fargo Davies, little hard pressure defense here is working wonders early on in the opening 45 seconds for Fargo Davies. Fargo Shanley now will have the first time to settle into their half-court defense. Hodel on the guard up front. This one goes Safransky to Safransky. That's Taylor. Little high-low set action here as Wacha handles it at the left wing. Safransky asking for the basketball. Wild posting up on the inside. 10 seconds here on the shot clock. Ashton Safransky's going to drive. Get by Hodel. Right-hand scoop shot. Layups off the mark, but Emily Shrema gets the rebound. Her first. Shrema looks to push the tempo as she does. She gets it in the front court here to Hakim. Hakim with the basketball, dribble handoff in the back to Mevold. Mevold to Shrema, double team comes, and we're going to get a jump ball possession. We'll go to Fargo Davies. The Eagles, take a look at what they've been able to do from the last season. 1-3 straight against Fargo Shanley. Split in 2019-2020, and 2018-19 was the last time that Shanley won the series meeting 2-1. High post touch on the way to Wacha. Ball goes to Safransky. Ashton gives it to Wild on the baseline. Wild with a dribble pull back that will rattle out in the second rebound. Coming down for Shrema. Fargo Shanley with 3 rebounds early in this one. Emily will handle it up the front court as she crosses the timeline. Hannah Hodel will call out the offense here. Hodel, a senior, will barrel on the volleyball court. This was everywhere for the Deacons this fall. Hodel looking to get a little action going here. Crossover, driving down Safransky, and we're going to get a jump ball. The possession will stay with Fargo Shanley. If you're head coach Steve Jacobson, you've seen a little bit of a stagnant offense right now, and you're forcing your guards of Mevold or Hodel to try to get something going. Hakim off the inbounds, down to 6 seconds on the shot clock. Leaves it left-hand side. Shot fake coming up. A high arching jumper. That's going to be short. A rebound by Wild after the miss on the shot by Shorma. Here comes Ashton Safransky right down Broadway. Can't make the layup, though. Shrema gets the rebound. Her third already. Hodel in the front court. We're going to get a reach and foul. It's me on Taylor Safransky. Her first, team's first in the opening 2.5 minutes. Sometimes you get it between these two teams. Can be a good old-fashioned defensive slugfest. See some good opening looks by Fargo Davies. Fargo Shanley just trying to get into their half-court offensive set right now. Hannah Hodel gets in the front court here. We'll see if she takes a ball screen. Bounce pass, right-hand side of Mevold. Hakim trying to post up on the block. Now it goes around the horn. Shrema with it to Shorma. Shorma has it at the left elbow. Back to Shrema, looking on a give-and-go action. 10 seconds on the shot clock and a turnover. Ava Wild will handle that one as she brings up the floor. Now to Ashton Safransky. Safransky with the basketball at the top of the key. And she'll call out the offense. 3 minutes into this evening's contest. Class A basketball. You have 2 18-minute halves and a 30-second shot clock. Ball goes right-hand side. Now to the high post is Wild. Wild, 15-footer. That one will rattle out, and Hakim collects the rebound. Her second. Very reminiscent to her sister Mo Hakim, who just owned the glass last couple of seasons in EDC girls basketball. Shrema to Shorma. Shorma at the left wing. Hakim trying to get the ball screen out of Hodel. Hodel at the right wing. Fargo Shanley looking to get it on the inside on a post touch. Hakim with it to the right short corner. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Gets the shot off. Contested, however, and Taylor Safransky clears the window. Safransky with the basketball. Bounce pass inside Wild. Wild spins, hangs, shoots off the front iron, and Shrema collects her 4th rebound of the game. For Fargo Shanley, they haven't shot the ball extremely well, but you're only down by 2 in the opening 4 minutes. Trying to get that little brick off the backboard and off the rim here. See if something can go through here for the Deacons this time in. Going into a double team. Going to be Shrema. She might have turned her ankle as she's not getting up too much, and it looks like more like the knee. Right-handed layup coming, and it's good. Ashton Safransky gets the 2 points, and we have an injury on the floor with 13:44 left to play in the first half. We'll break with him here. It's Fargo Shanley trailing it by 4 on your live event.
Real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
As we're back here on your live event, the good news is Emily Shrema is coming up under her own pressure. You hope maybe she just kind of got a knee on knee, or maybe just had something that twisted. They can maybe tape her up and get her back out there. Short term, long term, you just hope that she'll be able to come back in the next week or 2, or at least the next contest if you're head coach Steve Jacobson. The problem is your leading rebounder with 4 boards so far on the night. Well, she'll check out, so Fargo Shanley will have to go to the bench as Shayna Roach, a 5'9" junior guard, will come in. And Marissa Beering gets 2 points here after the turnover and points. So Fargo Shanley, their 6th turnover of the game. Roach is going to go hard down the paint. Her pass gets almost stolen by Wild on the baseline, but it'll stay with Fargo Shanley. So Roach is on the floor right now with Hakim. Hodel, Jenna Mevold. Ball goes left-hand side as this goes to the baseline. Shot fake on the way there by Shorma. Now up top to Mevold. Mevold works it around the horn to Hodel. Hodel will handle it there to the right-hand side. Tries to get around Safransky. Safransky, tough cookie to try to get by. Hodel forces a shot off the mark. It'll stay with Fargo Shanley. Substitution, Carly Franks, a 5'7" sophomore guard who can shoot the lights out. As she will check into the contest, Marissa Beering will check out. Franks in a game last year, JV contest against West Fargo, had 5 or 6 three-pointers just in the first half. Turnaround jump shot off the mark there by Shorma. Rebound comes down to the aforementioned Franks. Baseball pass up the floor, saved by Wacha. Wild can't get it to go. Second chance, and we get a foul. So Wild will get 2 free throws. She'll collect a rebound as well, but give Wacha that opportunity. Nezuko Hakim will pick up the foul, her first, team's first, as Fargo Davies goes to free throw line with Wild. Wild shooting 2, she makes the first. Ashton Safransky right now with 4 points. 2 points by Marissa Beering, and then 1 point so far by Wild. Wild misses the second. Rebound comes down to Roach. Fargo Davies right now all their points from the original starting 5. Hodel splits a double team, gets a shot off, can't get that one to go. Hakim gets the rebound, but then we get another turnover. Franks working with it in transition the other way. Fargo Shanley getting some shots up, what they were unable to do in the first 2.5 to 3 minutes of the game. Hodel attacking the paint, trying to maybe see if he put a ref in a situation to force a three-pointer or force a whistle. Ashton Safransky, three-pointer, no. Watch on the inside to Wild, and Hakim gets the steal. So watch it with the board. Fargo Shanley collects the turnover, and they're working with it the other way. Coming into transition, 3! That one's going to be off the mark, but we do have a foul on the shot. Ashley Wacha on the box out will collect her first, team second, and we'll have 3 free throws upcoming here by Maggie Shorma, the 6'1" sophomore forward here for Fargo Shanley. Shorma had 4 points and 3 rebounds a season ago. Free throw attempt is number 1 is good, and Fargo Shanley gets on the board at the 12:21 mark. Just 7-1. Deacons just down by 2 possessions. And Shorma trying to cut into that deficit. Coming into the contest now for Fargo Shanley, Jenna Mevold's into the game alongside Bryn McNeely. You have Celie Stockholm, a sophomore, 6'4". Free throw attempt number 3 is off the mark, and a board comes down to Wacha, her second. Wacha gives into the backcourt to Taylor Safransky. Safransky's going to drive hard, spins to Wild. Marissa Beering back into the game here for the Eagles. And Safransky will call out the offense. Fargo Davies able to get to the rim, just unable to make those layups or bunnies. But as the season progresses, you expect a quality team like Fargo Davies to get those as the season moves along. Reach and foul underneath. This would be on Roach, her first, team second. When it comes from volleyball to basketball, there's not a lot of downtime, whether you're Class A or Class B. Franks, left pocket 3. That's long. Watch a backside rebound. That one will go out of play. Ball goes to Fargo Shanley. But it wasn't too long ago we were talking state volleyball, in which Bismarck Century won another state championship, and Lytton HMB went back-to-back. And if you went there in Class B, you didn't have any time if you made state. You missed the first week of the basketball season. So a team like Northern Cass, Kenmare, for example, they pretty much go right from volleyball to basketball, and there's not too much more wiggle room either in Class A. Class A, though, you do get an extra little week to get ready, get your practices in. About 11, 12 practices here for the Eagles before they get to their first game here tonight against Fargo Shanley. Good move by Franks on the baseline. Just can't get that one to trickle in, and Shorma gets her first rebound. Fargo Shanley just down by 5 in the opening 6.5 minutes of this contest. They have yet to make a field goal here tonight. Stockholm trying to change that at the block. Left-handed layup, good for 2. Stockholm got the position on Ava Wild, and the Deacons are back within 3. Fargo Davies, though, on the opposite side. Good looks. Just got to Barium as the season moves along. Good offense. That's movement. Ava Wild able to pick up a foul here on the drive. See if it's on the help or if it's on the original defender. And Seeley Stockholm will pick up the foul. Her first, team's third. Fargo Davies will bring Safransky back in. That's Ashton in for her sister Taylor, and Watcha checks out. Also coming in, Macy Wielden, a 6'2 senior center. Always nice to have some height on the bench here for Fargo Davies. Marissa Burian tip-tap-toes for 2 points with a runner. Marissa has 4 points, a game high, alongside with Ashton Safransky for Fargo Davies. Eagles with a full court press. They get the trap, and they almost get the steal. Marissa Burian, someone who can hit him from beyond the arc, but also showing that she can have a nice little 1-2 step inside the paint. Hannah Hodel gets by Franks. Franks coming from the back end, bats the ball away into the boys basketball team that's waiting for game number 2 to get things underway. Probably going to be closer to about a 7:30 tip or so for the boys game here tonight. Upon the conclusion of this one between Fargo Shanley and Fargo Davies in girls basketball, we have another turnover on the Deacons. Franks looks to go coast to coast. Her shot is swatted away by Meevold. So this will stay with the Fargo Davies Eagles. Nearing the midway point here of half number 1. Fargo Shanley, Fargo Davies here in EDC conference opener. Ava Wild uses up that dribble, now to Burian. Burian between the circles here, right-handed hip by dribble, crossing over, tries to get by Roach, playing good stingy defense. Here comes Safransky, that's Ashton, and Ashton, that's like an Energizer Bunny, just keeps on moving. Bryn McNeely will pick up her first, team's fourth. And checking back in is going to be Emily Schrema. Good to see. Schrema went out at the 13:44 mark with the Deacons losing 4-0. So she misses about 3.5 minutes of game time as she's able to come back on the floor. Ava Wild trying to get by the aforementioned Schrema, who collects the rebound. That's her 5th. Hannah Hodel sees Franks. We're going to get a reach and foul here on Franks over the cross by Hodel. Carly will pick up her first in the team's third. Neither team has anyone in foul trouble right now, everyone with 1 or none for Fargo Shanley and Fargo Davies. Still to come on our halftime show, we'll take a quick look at what to expect in the boys contest later tonight. Also, first half stats and a look at your out-of-town scoreboard. That's all to come on our halftime show. Fargo Shanley trails it just by 2 possessions. With it's going to be Meevold around the horn here for the Deacons to Roach. Roach looks for a bounce pass. That's Hodel. Inside Schrema posting up, trying to go to the baseline, and we're going to have a foul here on the backside on the help. Ava Wild will pick up her first, team's 4th. One thing we've seen from Fargo Davies, as Watcha will check into the contest for the Eagles. Coming in will be Maggie Shorma for Fargo Shanley. We've seen Fargo Davies, anytime there's a post touch by the Deacons, they are helping, they are coming down, they're going to double and maybe even triple team. As Ashton Safransky gets a steal, sees a defender get by her and scores 2 points. Ashton Safransky with 6 points, and all of them come right at the paint and at the rim. 2 made field goals in transition, and 1 just getting by her defender opposite side. 3! Splash City! Bryn McNeely with the first tray of the night for either squad, and just like that, Fargo Shanley, well, back within 4. Midway point here of the first half. If you'd be wearing red and a Shanley fan telling you that you'll only be down 4 after the start, you would have taken it. On the opposite end, Fargo Davies saying we've left some points on the board, but Carly Franks able to get by her defender. No backside help for 2. Eagles up by 6. Other end of the floor, Fargo Shanley breaks the press, coming to a rhythm jumper. Maggie Shorman now with a team-high 4 points. The sophomore forward gets it back to a 4-point possession. Fargo Davies led 7-0 before Fargo Shanley scored their first point at the 12:21 mark of the first half. Since then, it's kind of been that 4-6 point range as the FM Macro team will perform at the half. Here comes a spin by Wielden. Off the mark, no good, and a rebound to Emily Schrema. Schrema might not have scored, but she's had 6 rebounds so far for the Deacons. Don't look now, Shorma inside Schrema. Schrema from the left, blocking, good for 2. That's the 4th player in the scoring column now for the Deacons. Fargo Shanley trails it by 2 points. Now their team has taken a timeout yet here in half number 1. Franks is open, and that's deadly. Oh, she almost got that one to go as it was halfway down. Maggie Shorma, she collects the rebound. Marissa Burian and Carly Franks are two girls for Tona Safransky that have the green light pretty much once they cross half court. If they're open, they're going to shoot it, trying to get the double team, and they get it. Frank slipped down. Ashton Safransky comes late. They get the turnover. The Fargo Shanley has 11 compared to Fargo Davies with 1, and that's really been the difference maker so far here in half number 1. Aubrey Dew will check in for the first time tonight, the 5'8 junior guard. You also have Shrema out there. Gonna have Roach on the floor, Mevold, and then Shrema for Fargo Shanley. Safransky to Safransky, that's Ashton to Taylor. Beering on the floor with Wild and Wacha here for the Eagles. Marissa Beering sweeping action. Deep three-pointer by Safransky off the front iron, and then we're going to get a foul here. This will be on Wacha. Ashley will pick up her second, team's 5th. Bryn McNeely had the possession on the inside, and they'll call the foul on Wacha. Fargo Davies will continue with the full court press. Wacha almost gets the steal. It goes in the hands of the 6'1 sophomore in Shorma, and there comes the steal and the deflection. Beery now handles it there, goes down the paint, right-handed scoop shot, layup, no, the board to Shorma. Fargo Shanley will continue with this pressure defense that they're seeing by the Eagles, trying to get out of a double team, but goes right into Ashton Safransky, who knows what to do with that. A left-handed layup, and we got a timeout on the floor. We'll break as well. Fargo Davies leads it by 4, 15-11, with 7:11 left to play in half number 1. It's EDC basketball on your live event. Fargo Davies points off turnovers. That has been a big reason why, particularly with Ashton Safransky here for the Eagles. She has a game-high 8 points right now to lead the floor. Fargo Shanley led by the 5 points of Maggie Shorma, 2 of 3 from the free throw line, and with 1 made field goal, she's got 4 of the Deacons' 11 points. Fargo Shanley trying to get to 1-1 on the season, 1-0 in conference play. Fargo Davies looking to get to 1-0 on the season with a win here tonight. It's their conference and alongside season opener. Ava Wow collects the miss from Fargo Shanley, her 3rd rebound. Fargo Davies around the horn right now to Wacha at the left baseline. Wacha looks inside, nothing there, skips it. Now checking in is Kendi Vettel. Vettel, a 5'2 senior guard. Wacha has a chance for a 3-pointer long. Board by Mevold, her first. Now up the other end of the floor, Aubrey Dew to Shrema. Shrema then almost double dribbled with the basketball, gave it to Shorma. Shorma with the 2 points. They'll say that Shrema never had enough of the possession there to cause the double dribble. 2 points goes, and Emily Shrema, with that 6'4 frame, she can see the floor extremely well. Also a very good passer here for head coach Steve Jacobson, as Emily has committed to Minot State University, a future NSIC D2 basketball player. Shanley down by 2, up and over pass to Wacha, stolen away by Shrema. Don't look now, Fargo Shanley, I was going to say with this possession, can try to take the lead. Instead, it goes right back to Fargo Davies. And hustle back by Aubrey Dew to get back defensively. Hakim will check in with Hannah Hodel. Hodel, scoreless so far. You have Shayna Roach into the game, and then Hakim right now with 3 rebounds for the Deacons. Fargo Shanley from last year, and just with some injuries and what we're seeing early in this year, looking for some girls who can put the ball inside the net, find some scores. They've had terrific playmakers over the handful of seasons, and it doesn't take long to go down the Shanley record books and find some girls who found ways to make a name for themselves. A Hadley Huber, a Riley Payne just a couple of seasons ago. Mo Hakim was just an absolute menace and a beast on the inside from last season. Then obviously the Lauren Rotundas, the Sarah Jacobsons of the world here for the Deacons. Fargo Shanley breaks the press this time with Roach. Mevold with it. High post touch to Mevold. To Hakim, excuse me. Hannah Hodel doesn't take the screen, looks inside. Good defense by Wild on the show. Shot clock down to 10, and ball's going to go out of play. It's going to stay with Fargo Shanley, they're going to say. 8 seconds here on the shot clock. or they're going to say it went to Fargo Davies. Nope, they're going to say it is to Fargo Shanley. So Shanley will handle it in a very precarious spot to inbound the basketball on the far sideline there right at the end of the bench. Hodel back to Franks, and then Ashton Safransky says, if you're going to put a ball in front of me, I know what to do with it, and collect a steal. Watch it, other way. Taylor Safransky open, right wing, three! The first three-pointer of the season for Fargo Davies comes at the 5:10 mark here in half number one. Fargo Davies back up by 5. Ashton Safransky, though, from a season ago, had 61 steals. And kind of one of those players that continued to grow into her role, played off the bench for head coach Tona Safransky, her mother, and then just continue to get more and more confidence, and we're seeing that confidence build on this one. Another steal. Watch a three-pointer left wing. Can they do it again? No. Vettel tries to collect the rebound on the inside. Instead, it's going to go to Shorma. That's her 4th. Hannah Hodel, the other end of the floor. Fargo Shanley right now trailing it by 5. Under 5 minutes to play here in half number one in Class A EDC girls basketball. Number 3, Fargo Davies against receiving votes, Fargo Shanley. And right now, if there was an all-defensive team in the state, I think Ashton Safransky just got at least, maybe not pen, but definitely pencil on it right now in terms of her first game prowess. Hodel, spot-on three-pointer off the front of the rim. Ball's going to go the other way to Fargo Davies. Franks will check back in alongside with Emily Schrema. Still to come, a reminder here on your live event, we'll have the boys contest between Fargo Davies and Fargo Shanley. Shanley 0-1 on this season, losing to Bismarck St. Mary's. Fargo Davies with their season opener. We'll hear from Fargo Davies head coach Bart Manson. Also, get an opportunity to take a look inside that Deacon Den. See what Fargo Shanley's bringing back. That's all still to come here later tonight from Fargo Davies. Ashton Safransky, 3! Tickles the twine. Ashton Safransky in double figures with 11. It's the largest lead of the game for Fargo Davies. Vettel with the steal and score the other way. Davies now leads it 23-13, and they get another steal. Safransky will handle this one. Step back 3, that's long on the heat check. Rebound, though, to Taylor Safransky inside the paint, no. And a board to Strema, and then we're going to get a timeout here by head coach Steve Jacobson. We'll break as well. 3:45 left to play in half number one. Davies stretching out the lead by 10 here on your live event.
For all your flooring needs, look no further than Carlson Customs Incorporated. From tile, Cortex, and laminate flooring, waterproof floors, shower tiles, and carpet, you are sure to find what you need to update or create the perfect feel in your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Carlson Customs Incorporated. Call Todd at 218-531-0176.
For Fargo Davies, it's an 8-2 run over the last 3 minutes and 26 seconds. Fargo Davies able to take advantage of some costly turnovers and miscues here by the Deacons. And for the rest of the EDC, this is going to be the script that Fargo Davies is going to run. Pressure, defense, full court press. And if you're unable to break it and get enough easy layups, or in this situation get some fouls like that, you're going to see this Eagle team continue to push the pedal and put the pressure on. Ashton Safransky with the reach. Her first, team 6th. Second timeout taken by head coach Steve Jacobson. As they get to Schrema, now it goes to the other end of Mevo. Mevo crosses the timeline here. Uses up that dribble, finds it to Hodel. Now to Schrema, inside for Hakim. Nice power move. And a foul on the inside. Taylor Safransky will pick up her second, team 7th. Mezaku Hakim, the 6-foot sophomore forward, will get 2 free throw attempts. Fargo Shanley, 2 of 3 at the free throw line right now as a team. Right now for the Deacons from Steve Jacobson, trying to find a way to get a touch on the post players. Kim misses free throw attempt number 1. As checking in, Marissa Beering will come into the contest alongside with Macy Wielden. But if they can get it to a Emily Schrema, a Hakim on the inside, every now and then you're going to see a Shorma on there. That's what they're going to want to do. Second free throw is good. Fargo Shanley now 3 of 5 from the line. Back within 9. Fargo Shanley has never led in this evening's contest. Fargo Davies jumped out to a 7-0 lead, and they've seen that lead get down to all the way to 2, but None hasn't been tied. Carly Franks with the runner off the mark. Kim with the rebound, her fourth, and Hodel now brings it in the front court. Fargo Shanley just trying to get a little 8-2 run of their own before we get to the half. Hodel going to get by Breering, goes hard to the paint, and we're going to get a foul here on the floor. And this one will be on Marissa. Breering picks up her first, team's 8th, and one thing for Fargo Shanley, if you're not shooting the ball extremely well, try to get to the free throw line, and Hodel will have her first chance at the charity stripe. And a chance to cut into this deficit here for the Deacons. Hodel, free throw attempt is good. Second free throw attempt coming up here for Hannah Hodel. Second one on the way here. The winner of tonight's contest will get a jump up on this double round robin in EDC conference play. Hannah Hodel goes 2 for 2 from the line. Unlike Class B, if you play districts or regions, you just play everyone once in terms of a district or for a region, and that'll get you to your postseason tournaments. For Class A, kind of play everyone twice, or you play a 2-point contest against one particular team. Macy Wielden's shot is blocked and stolen away by Emily Schrema. Then we go the other end, and Meevold is going to get called for the foul, and this will be on the floor after the steal by Fargo Davies. So Jetta will pick up her first, team's 5th. Deacons with 1 remaining before they put Fargo Davies into the bonus. But again, Class A, unlike Class B, you're going to play the teams in your conference 2 times throughout the season unless you play each other once just for a 2-point game. And then you might play them in the EDC tournament. It might even play them at state. Might play someone 4 times throughout the season. Shot off the mark, no good by Fargo Davies, but they collect the rebound. Carly Franks from 17 feet, no. Ashton Safransky's just there with the basketball. Then she'll shoot a 3-pointer. That's long, and Hodel collects the miss. Hodel up the floor, finds a streaking Emily Schrema, right-handed layup, can't go. Hakim, though, with the rebound, passes across the baseline to Meevold off the backboard, no. And Hakim will get called for the foul. Her second and the team's 6th. That's a tough one there for Fargo Shanley. Unable to get the 2 points and collect it down to a 2-possession deficit. Instead, Fargo Shanley will see themselves still trailing by 7. And with it now in the backcourt, it's going to be Safransky. We're going to have to get a reset on the shot clock, and that's what they'll do. The clock stops at 2:15 left to play here in half number 1. Fargo Shanley with 3 timeouts remaining. For Fargo Davies, they have all 5. Always a good crowd when you see the Deacons and the Eagles play each other in any sport. 25th Street Showdown earlier this season in football went to the team clad in red in Fargo Shanley. Always fun watching these teams compete in volleyball or any sport. After Shanley moving from the north edge of town to the south edge of town for many a year now as Ava Wild spins. Can't make the layup. Schrema collects the miss. Go the other way. Shorma, shot fake, takes a couple of dribbles down the paint, leaves a pass off Schrema. Extra fine Hodel. This will help 3. Off the mark and a board underneath by Ashton Safransky. Safransky a 3-on-2 the other way, and we're going to get the foul here by Bryn McNeely. Her second, team 7th, and Safransky be rewarded with free throw opportunities. Safransky so far tonight with 11 points and 3 rebounds. Fargo Davies just 1 of 2 from the free throw line here tonight as a team. Free throw attempt number 1, that's going to go long, and Kim gets the board. Hannah Hodel will bring it up in the front court now for Fargo Shanley with 90 seconds left to play here in half number 1. Left-hand side is McNeely. High post touch, trying to get the high-low game. That goes to Stockholm, and Stockholm will get fouled in the act of shooting. We've seen Seeley get that position on the block a couple of times so far here in the first half, so Ashton Safransky picks up her foul. She'll join Ashley Wacha and Taylor Safransky, all with 2 right now for the Eagles. Free throw attempt is long by Stockholm. Substitution will be Kendi Vettel to check in for the aforementioned Ashton. Free throw attempt number 2 upcoming here for Stockholm, just to try to get that deficit down to 6, and she does. Stockholm 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Fargo Shanley back within 2 possessions. Franks with a little shake and bake dribble. Now to Beery, and this is a deep 3-pointer off the mark. No, ball gets tipped around and right to Fargo Shanley and McNeely. Bryn will handle it in the front court now for the Deacons. McNeely, right-hand side. That goes to Shorma. Shorma with the basketball, takes a couple of dribbles, tries to get by Franks. Here comes a double team. Hodel with it. Now back to Shorma, right baseline. 3! That's going to rattle out, and Weil gets the rebound and a foul here on Stockholm. Stockholm will pick up her second, team's 8th. The clock will stop with under a minute to play here in half number 1, and Ava Weil will shoot the 1-and-1 opportunity. Weil, the 1 of 2 so far from the free throw line. A stellar volleyball career and season as Ava Weil going to be playing Division I volleyball at St. Thomas. Going to the Summit League in the fall as Weil misses the free throw. Ball gets pinballed around and somehow ends up with Mezukuha Kim. A 20-second differential between shot clock and the game clock here. Fargo Shanley can try to play 2 for 1 or just try to get a quality shot off. Hodel gets by our defender, and then we're going to have a foul. It's going to be a blocking foul here after the drive by Hodel. Fargo Davies, we'll see this with Alex Fellner, the 5'6 senior, getting some minutes here late. Picks up her first, team's 10th, and Hodel goes to the free throw line for the double bonus. Free throw number 1 of 2 for Hodel is good. Hakim will check out as Shrema will check in. Fargo Shanley tonight shooting well from the free throw line is Hodel. We'll go back to the stripe. And it's good. Hodel goes 2 for 2 from the free throw line now with 4 points, and that's the deficit here for Fargo Shanley. Down by 10 with 3:45 left to play in the first half. Since then, Fargo Davies hasn't scored. It's been a 6-0 run by the Deacons. Wild shot fake, jumper over Shrema. That one is short. Ball gets deflected, and it's going to go to Fargo Shanley. So the Eagles, I've just seen that 23-point mark. They just are on a little bit of a hill that they can't overcome right now, and Fargo Shanley just slow and steady getting into that deficit. Franks, though, gets the steal here in the backcourt. Jumper from 12 will rattle in for 2. Franks now with 4 points, and Fargo Shanley will have to inbound it here as they do Hodel. See if she can get a shot off. She tries to, but that's going to be short, and that'll end this first half of play. After one half of play tonight from Fargo Davies, it's the third-ranked Eagles 25, the Fargo Shanley Deacons 19. Our halftime show is next here on your live event.
If you want help from a firm who has integrity, respect, strives for excellence, and is interested in the benefit of the community, then look no further than Onstead Twitchell Attorneys. Our team of attorneys are dedicated and talented professionals who are committed to improving the lives of their clients and providing custom legal solutions with integrity and excellence. We have offices in West Fargo, Hillsborough, and Castleton, or visit our website at www.onsteadlaw.com.
Welcome to Ada, Minnesota. There's much to offer for new residents and much to do once you're here. Medical facility, living community, and assistant living. A beautiful school campus providing quality education. The Deco Center with a 24-hour fitness center. A community of faith with church and youth programs. Auto dealers, bowling, theater, farm implement and agronomy centers. Banks, retail and service businesses, a radio station, and much more. With employment and housing available. Welcome to the City of Ada to work, raise a family, and relax. Contact the City of Ada for more information.
For all your flooring needs, look no further than Carlson Customs Incorporated. From tile, Cortex, and laminate flooring, waterproof floors, shower tiles, and carpet, you are sure to find what you need to update or create the perfect feel in your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Carlson Customs Incorporated. Call Todd at 218-531-0176.
We built Irie Insurance with one philosophy: hire great people and provide great service and options. We want to help protect your home, farm, crops, personal, and your businesses. Hello, this is Shane with Irie Insurance, and since day one, we have followed this golden rule to help protect you. That's why we have so many locations like West Fargo, Devils Lake, Hope, Hillsborough, Mackville, and Towner. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to IrieInsurance.com. Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity employer and provider.
The FM Acro Lights taking the court now. Part of the FM Fargo Moorhead Acro team, the younger version of what you see throughout the season, and that's just something because of COVID. You didn't really get a lot of halftime shows when these games are taking place a year ago, and also looks like a little bit later on tonight we will see the Acro team come out for the boys halftime contest. So we'll try to keep as much of that for you here on your live event to check out throughout here on this one. It's been a lot of fun to see. Particularly we talk about the game on the court, but it's always fun to see the tumbling and twirling and just kind of the flexibility, and more importantly just kind of the show that these girls put on year in and year out. At the half, third-ranked Fargo Davies leads Fargo Shanley 25-19 in EDC girls basketball. Let's take a look at the first half numbers. Team numbers go like this for Fargo Davies. They're 1 of 4 from the free throw line. They have 6 players in the scoring column with 1 made 3 here for Fargo Davies. For Fargo Shanley, 6 players as well in the scoring column, 1 made 3. They're 8 of 11 from the line. Fargo Davies 11 rebounds and 3 turnovers. Fargo Shanley 21 rebounds. They're plus 10 on the glass. The problem is they're minus 17 in turnovers. 20 turnovers here for the Deacons. Fargo Davies, Ashton Safransky 11 points, 1 made 3-pointer, and a number of steals and rebounds for the Eagles. Carly Franks with 4, the same with Marissa Burian. 3 points then by Taylor Safransky, 2 by Kennedy Vettel, and 1 by Ava Wild. The Eagles led by the 11 points of Ashton Safransky. For the Fargo Shanley Deacons, they're led by the 6 points of Maggie Shorma. Shorma with 6 points, 4 rebounds, 2 of 3 from the stripe. You have 4 points then by Hannah Hodel, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. 3 points by Celie Stockholm, and 3 by Bryn McNeely. 2 points by Emily Shramo, who had to leave a little bit of the first half to deal with a little bit of an injury. 2 points and 8 rebounds. And then you have a point by Mezuku Kim here for Fargo Shanley. Add it all up, 25-19 in favor of the Eagles. In our boys contest, still to come between Fargo Shanley and the Davies Eagles. Shanley will be looking for their first win since March 1st of 2018 in the series. In the boys contest, the Eagles have won 7 straight, and Fargo Davies, a team that's tabbed to be pretty good again this year, rated number 3 in the inaugural Class A North Dakota Associated Press Sportscasters and Sports Writers Association poll. We'll see Fargo Davies in their season opener here later tonight. Some of the players coming back: Ian Machen Baker, an all EDC selection from a year ago, averaging 17 points per contest. Raymond Brown, Mason Claybo as well. On the opposite side for Fargo Shanley, they open up their season with an 89-63 loss at Bismarck St. Mary's in the capital city. They have back Connor Kraft, 11 points, 9 rebounds per game from a season ago. Tyler Kraft, 8 points, 2 boards. Jack Pollard as well here for Fargo Shanley. So that's what's coming up here later tonight between the Deacons and alongside the Eagles in our boys contest. Reggie Funk handling the camera. I'm Chase Miller. And again at the half, it's Fargo Davies 25, Fargo Shanley 19. When we come back, we'll try to get some scores from across the region and also preview what's to come here later this week in EDC basketball and on your live event. Fargo Davies 25, Fargo Shanley 19 here on your live event.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Going to NDSCS, I found out way more than just like sports. I met a lot of people just on my floor, and then different activities you could go to that were on campus. For sure, I look back on all the memories and love it. My name is Grace, and I'm here for my future.
First week of college, I can't tell you how many friends I've made. It's a family, you know what I mean? Like every time I go to a meeting, like everyone knows my name. They're always kind to me. I love it. I can't explain how much I love it here. My name is Junior, and I'm here for my future.
If you want help from a firm who has integrity, respect, strives for excellence, and is interested in the benefit of the community, then look no further than Onstead Twitchell Attorneys. Our team of attorneys are dedicated and talented professionals who are committed to improving the lives of their clients and providing custom legal solutions with integrity and excellence. We have offices in West Fargo, Hillsborough, and Castleton, or visit our website at www.onsteadlaw.com.
As we come back here, as the FM Acrolites are finishing off their halftime show here at Fargo Davies High School in Class A basketball, as they get a nice round of ovation here from both the Deacons and the Fargo Davies faithful here tonight. Coming up on your live event throughout the week, go to yourliveevent.com to check out our complete rundown of schedule, whether it's basketball, hockey, or wrestling in the state of Minnesota or North Dakota. We got you covered up and down the Red River Valley. On Friday, we're back into North Dakota sports with Litney Chimby and Lisbon in Class B wrestling. Also, Grafton against Hillsborough Central Valley in Region 2 girls basketball, last year defending champ in Class B hoops. And on Saturday, a little EDC boys hockey for you. West Fargo and West Fargo Cheyenne from the West Fargo Sports Arena at 1. At 2 o'clock, it's North Border and Northern Cass, where Region 2 meets Region 1 in high school Class B basketball. So again, go online to yourliveevent.com, Class B, Class A, or Section 6, Section 8A in Minnesota. We got you covered on yourliveevent.com. Scores across the region: West Fargo and Moorhead. That game tipped off earlier tonight at 6 o'clock in a non-conference. Fargo South at Grand Forks Central. That one got underway at 6:30 tonight. Devils Lake and Valley City just about to tip. And then Wahpeton at West Fargo Cheyenne, the Huskies and the Mustangs. That game is scheduled for a 7:30 tip. Then on Thursday, North will travel to Grand Forks River for the only game on Thursday night. Friday, very busy evening. South at Fargo Shanley at 5:45 for girls basketball. Davies will travel down south to Wahpeton. You have Devils Lake at West Fargo, North at Valley City, and Grand Forks Central at Grand Forks Red River as well. Again, that is your scoreboard coming up here throughout the rest of this week in EDC basketball. At the half, Fargo Davies led by the 11 points of Ashton Safransky. Also 4 points by Carly Franks and Marissa Berian. Fargo Shanley at the half led by the 6 points of Maggie Shortma, and then 4 points with Hannah Hodel. Fargo Davies up by 6. Second half action is coming up next here on your live event. 1981, Park Christian School has been educating the next generation of leaders in the Fargo, Moorhead, and West Fargo area. Park Christian's thoroughly Christian education and commitment to academic excellence has resulted in a confident tradition of student success. Students graduate from Park Christian School strong in their faith and well prepared for the rigors of college, career, and relationships. Call 218-236-0500 to schedule your visit or go online to parkchristianschool.org.
Degelman does put the effort and time into their employees by training them.
It's something that you think you couldn't do, but you can actually do it because you were trained to do it.
Once I got my confidence up, now I just feel pride.
I'm very proud to be leading the team that builds the toughest product in the manufacturing and agricultural industry.
Back here as we get ready for the second half, the starters for Fargo Shanley will be their original starting five of Mevold, Hakim, Hodel, Shorma, and Trema. And the same will be said for Fargo Davies. Their second half starters will be their same as what they came out of the game with Safransky, that's Ashton and Safransky, Taylor, Marissa Burian, Ashley Wacha, and Ava Wild here for the Fargo Davies Eagles. Season opener again for the third-ranked Eagles. Fargo Shanley 0-1 on this season. This is their conference opener here on this Tuesday, December the 7th. Reggie Funk handling the camera. Chase Miller with you for the play-by-play. Thank you very much for tuning in on this Tuesday night to EDC basketball action here on your live event. We'll have EDC boys hockey again coming up on Saturday afternoon between West Fargo and West Fargo Cheyenne. If you just joined us, Fargo JVs jumped out to a 7-0 lead against the Deacons. The first Shanley made point was at the 12:21 mark in the first half, where they were trailing at 7-1. Fargo Shanley got it down to 2 points, but since then the Eagles have led pretty much throughout by any margin of 4 to 8 points for the remainder of the second half. 18 minutes of basketball left in regulation. Find out if Fargo Davies can close this one away, or can Fargo Shanley get their first win in over a season. Coming through an elevator screen was Marissa Burian. Burian takes a couple of dribbles. She looks down the paint, but Emily Strema gets the steal. Fargo Davies has won 4 of their last 5 in this matchup, and 3 straight here against the Deacons, and we have a traveling violation on Fargo Shanley. That'll be their first, so a turnover for a turnover, and that's been the theme here for the Deacons. Eagles will handle it the other end of the floor with Safransky. Bounce pass, not a Burian. Burian sees a teammate roll through, now finds Taylor Safransky. And gives it to the top of the key to Wild. Around the horn, little 5-out offense here by the Eagles. Now Wild will come inside the post, tries to get by Strema. Hang, shoot, turnaround jumper, no, and Emily Strema gets her 9th rebound of the game. Hodel in the front court right now, and Fargo Shanley will call it their half-court offense. Hodel looking for someone to cut open. No one can, so Hodel's in a dribble, looking inside. Bounce pass. That goes to Strema. Strema goes to baseline. Whip around. Pass ends at the hands of Hodel. Under 10 seconds here on the shot clock. Strema baseline inside of Kim. That goes right through Mezuku's hands and right to a Fargo Davies Eagle in Burian. Taylor Safransky, as she gets the offense set here. Take a screen either side. She'll take the one from Wacha. Goes hard down the paint. Forces one up off the mark. No good. And Emily Strema now in double digits with 10 rebounds. This one will go the other end of the court here as Hannah Hodel had her pocket picked and stolen away by guess who? Ashton Safransky. Left-handed layup. Good for 2. Ashton now with 13 points, and she's earned all of those ones, as Fargo Shanley will handle it on the far court. This will be to Hannah Hodel. Hodel's going to get double-teamed here, and the ball will stay in the hands of Fargo Shanley. Checking in will be Carly Franks. Franks will check in the contest. Marissa Beering will check out. Fargo Shanley slated to inbound this basketball, and Hodel will see this one get poked out of bounds by Ashton Safransky. Fargo Shanley with 3 timeouts remaining. Fargo Davies all 5. As the Deacons will inbound this one, as they do. Strema will handle it at the top of the key. Strema looking backdoor, nothing there. Now she gets her dribble back after Ava Wild poked it away. Strema with the bounce pass. We're going to get a traveling violation here on Emily. Fargo Shanley have 4 turnovers here in the second half in the opening 2 minutes and 1 second. The opposite side for Fargo Davies just with 1, and that's really been the theme of this contest here. Fargo Shanley inability to take care of the basketball long enough to try to put a run together, where Fargo Davies has just played stifling defense throughout. Can it hold here in game number 1 of this season in terms of conditioning? We've seen Fargo Davies go 9 deep on their bench in terms of players, or 4 deep, 9 players total. Same for Fargo Shanley. Good move by Wild. She'll get rewarded with free throws, as Emily Strema will get called for the foul. It will be Emily's first, team's first, and the free throw line to shoot 2 will be Ava Wild. Wild 1 of 2 from the free throw line, misses the first. Second free throw attempt upcoming here for Ava. Largest lead of the game for Davies is 10. Wild misses the second. Rebound to Hakim, her 8th board of the game. Now Shorma will bring it up the floor. A little pressure on her. She'll still get it across the timeline in the hands of Meeville. Back to Shorma. Shorma will handle it. Looks for a cutting hodl. Finds Hannah. Hannah at the right elbow. Bounce pass. This one comes up, and Taylor Safransky in the passing lane. Looks to go coast to coast. Right-handed layup. Good for 2. Taylor Safransky now with 5, and Davies back up by 10. And we got a timeout on the floor here by Fargo. Shanley will break as well. 15:04 left to play here in the second half. It's Fargo Davies up by 10 on your live event.
You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
On your live event, still to come, we'll get to our post-game show, name your player of the game, and then recap what happened in this one. That's all still to come here on your live event. Make sure you patronize those sponsors that you see on the screen for those commercials. And next to that logo on the bottom left-hand side of your scoreboard as well. Without them, we would not be here. 29-19 Davies over Shanley. At the half, it was 25-19. So a 4-0 run here, just a mini run by the Eagles to get the opening 3 minutes of action underway. Fargo Shanley with their third timeout taken. That was a full. Deacons now will leave it left-hand side. That'll be with Hodel. Hodel in the front court, looks back door, and that's going to go through the hands of Jetta Meevold. And right back to Fargo Davies. The good thing about that turnover, it's not a transition. You can get back and set up your offense here because Davies has feasted on the points off turnovers here in transition tonight. Deacons will continue man-to-man defense. Dribble handoff goes to Ashton Safransky with the and one. Ashton Safransky with a game-high 15 points. Emily Shrema picks up the foul, her second, team's second. I tell you what, Ashton Safransky doesn't care that she's 5'6" and Shrema's 6'4". She went right after her, able to get enough of the body and throw it up and get the end one opportunity. Shrema collects the miss of the free throw attempt, and the Deacons almost with a steal. Or excuse me, Fargo Davies almost with a steal of Fargo Shanley. Shorma in the front court as Stockholm is trying to post up, and then getting it the other way is Carly Franks for a moment. Franks stepped out of bounds as it goes to the Deacons. Safransky, Franks, Wacha, and Wild on the floor for the Eagles. Hannah Hodel bring this one in the front court now for the Deacons, as Hodel does. This pass goes to Shrema. Shrema will handle it there, and then we're going to get a kick violation off Franks. And it'll stay with the Deacons. Fargo Shanley has seen this now, a 6-0 run to start for the Eagles in this second half, as Fargo Shanley has yet to score a point. Very reminiscent to how the first half started. Ball goes left-hand side, and Safransky almost gets a steal. And Gellner, the far official, points towards Fargo Shanley's way, as Shorma will inbound it right in front of the bench here for the Deacons. Posting up's going to be Shrema, and getting a heavy foul is Wacha. Wacha tried to collect that one. So did Shrema. The foul will be on Ashley, her third, team's first. As Wacha on the backside there was trying to help the helper, so to speak, after trying to get in front of Stockholm, then try to get that pass before Shrema. Shorma handles the basketball. And Shrema leaves that one. It's going to go to Carly Franks in transition. Right-handed scoop shot layup, good for 2. Franks now has 6. Fargo Shanley sees that deficit continue to balloon, now down by 14. Hannah Hodel to Stockholm. Stockholm with the power move gets a foul, and she'll be at the free throw line to shoot 2. Second foul as a team for Fargo Davies. This will be on Ashton Safransky, her 3rd. At the line will be Stockholm. 1 of 2 from the line is Seeley. As a team, Fargo Davies, Fargo Shanley, 8 of 11 now, 9 of 12 from the charity stripe. Substitution as Marissa Beering will check into the contest in for Ashton. So head coach Tona Safransky, we'll see Ashton with 3 and Ashley Watchu with 3 personal fouls right now. Trying to get both of them to the finish line here and trying to collect a 4th personal sooner rather than later. Stockholm with the free throw. She's 2 of 2 from the line, and Fargo Davies sees that lead down to 12. Open 3-pointer on the way by Marissa Beering, and we're going to get a foul the other way. This will be on Carly Franks. Franks will pick up her 2nd, team's 3rd after you had the rebound underneath by Shorma. So Fargo Davies picks up a couple of quick fouls here as a team. They will have a full court press as Hodel trying to get by Franks here. Franks with the reach, Hodel with the cross around her. Then looking up the floor to Stockholm and throws in the first row. Where the activities director, Reggie Jackson, is sitting on the baseline there. Fargo Shanley would like to thank Lenny Olheiser as well, activities director of Fargo Davies, for housing us here tonight. Ava Wild at the left elbow, skips it right-hand side to Safransky. Safransky able to get by Hodel. This one goes up top to Wild. Wild crossover, left elbow jumper off the mark, and a board underneath to Shormer, her 6th. With it now, it's going to be Hodel. Hodel in the backcourt. Gives it to Shorma up the floor quickly. In the hands of Mevold, almost lost it, is Hodel. Hodel, 10-foot jumper, good for 2. Hannah Hodel has 6, and Fargo Shanley, after trailing it by 14 points, got a little 4-0 run in them right now with 12:40 left to play in regulation. Safransky gets by Hodel, right wing 3 on the way. That's off the back tab. No, Marissa Beering with the rebound. Her shot then is blocked underneath by Mevold. Beering with the rebound. Hodel goes the other way. Hodel with another stop and pop. That one will rattle out, and a board to Ava Wild. Safransky, Taylor drives, kick out right-hand side. Franks, 3-pointer from the right pocket. Franks with 9, and that is the second made 3 as a team for Fargo Davies as they lead it by 13 points. Mevold with the basketball in the front court. Handles it now at the top, the key to Shorma. Shorma guarded there by Beering. Shorma looks for a teammate trying to get open. Does on the left-hand side, that's Mevold. Mevold with it, top of the key to Stockholm, and we're going to get a foul here on Wacha or Franks. They will cover it with Franks. So Franks has 3, Ashton Safransky with 3, and Ashley Wacha right now with 3 here for Fargo Davies. They collect their 4th team foul. Shanna Roach will check in for Fargo Shanley. Bring McNeely also into the contest alongside with Mezaku Hakim. Fargo Shanley gives it to Hakim. She's double teamed. Now it goes to McNeely inside to Roach a little bit too late as Franks will handle it now. And then Franks sees it go off the left shoe of Hakim. She picks it up though, continues her dribble drive, kick out Marissa Beering. Beering handles it there. Ball gets skipped to the right-hand side as now it's the top of the key. This will be in the hands of Ashton Safransky. Safransky calls out the offense here with 11:20 to play in regulation. Now to Wacha. Wacha with the basketball as right wing 3-pointer are going to be off the mark, no good, as Hakim will handle the rebound. 9 rebounds now for Hakim as this one's going to be to McNeely. McNeely with the basketball. We get a foul here on Wacha. That'll be Ashley's 4th, and that'll be the team's 5th. 11:03 left to play here in the second half. Fargo Davies up by 13 points, and we have a substitution as Taylor Safransky will check in for Wacha, and Coach Safransky wants a timeout. We'll break with him. 36-23 Davies here midway through the second half on your live event.
For all your flooring needs, look no further than Carlson Customs Incorporated. From tile, Cortex, and laminate flooring, waterproof floors, shower tiles, and carpet, you are sure to find what you need to update or create the perfect feel in your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Carlson Customs Incorporated. Call Todd at 218-531-0176.
If you want help from a firm who has integrity, respect, strives for excellence, and is interested in the benefit of the community, then look no further than Onstead Twitchell Attorneys. Our team of attorneys are dedicated and talented professionals who are committed to improving the lives of their clients and providing custom legal solutions with integrity and excellence. We have offices in West Fargo, Hillsborough, and Castleton. Or visit our website at www.onsteadlaw.com.
On your live event, it's Fargo Davies and Fargo Shanley. Davies 36, Fargo Shanley 23, and EDC girls basketball here tonight as Fargo Shanley will get slated to inbound it with Shanna Roach. After the timeout by Coach Safransky, her first. They'll have 4 remaining here for Fargo Davies. Shanley has 2 left. Next jump ball will favor the Eagles. Will favor Fargo Shanley. Strema posting up on the inside. Instead, Ashton Safransky gets a steal, working with it the other way. Left-handed layup is off the front of the rim, though. And a board comes underneath to Jenna Meevil. Then there's a double team here, and we're going to get a traveling violation in the backcourt. So even after a miss, Fargo Davies able to get the double team immediately to Meevil, then creates the turnover. This one gets whipped around, ends up in the hands of Marissa Beering, and we're going to have an illegal screen here on Ava Wild as she wasn't set. Wild will pick up her second. That'll be the team's 6th. Fargo Shanley just looking for a little bit of offense here. 6 points in the second half, just 19 in the first. In their first game just scored 50 against St. Mary's, and that'll help. Bryn McNeely open for 3. She's got her second now with 6, and the Deacons back within 10, but Ashton Safransky again just has a step at that guard spot to get around the Deacon defenders. McNeely will pick up her 3rd and the team's 3rd. Hodel will check into the contest alongside with Maggie Shorma. Fargo Davies will inbound the basketball. Marissa Beering to the right of the baseline. Fargo Davies, a state runner-up from a season ago, playing in their first ever state championship, falling short to Bismarck Century. They would love to get there again this season, but cut down the nets for the first time in program history. Riley Watch is gone. Taylor Faye's gone. A couple of all-EDC performers. Riley Watcha, the Miss Basketball finalist from a season ago. 2 teams and 2 players, that have had some really good talent with Fargo, Shanley, and Davies throughout the years. Shot clock down to 4, down to 3. Beering has to try to get one off. She does. Off the back corner, we're going to get a shot clock violation as it never drew iron. Fargo Shanley, 36-26 right now, gets a couple of defensive stops. And they get a 3-pointer by McNeely. Now they would love to continue that run. Franks with a great job. Tell you what, Fargo Davies really getting in the passing lane early and often right now, as this one is going to go with Shrema. Shrema will handle the basketball. This one goes up the floor to Shorma. Shorma looks for Hakim. Hakim at the right short corner. Power dribble off the window. Good for 2. So Hakim now with 3 points. Give the assist to Shorma, and Fargo Shanley's back within single digits. Deacons will continue here in the man-to-man defense. Ava Wild on the inside spins. Tough left-handed shot is short. And collecting the miss is Hakim. She got her 10th rebound of the game. Emily Shrema leads the floor with 11 for the Deacons. This goes right-hand side in the hands of Shorma. Shorma will handle the basketball now to the top of the key to Hodel. Hodel looking back door. McNeely trying to get open. Hodel going hard on the inside, used up that dribble to Shrema. Shrema rips it through on Ava Wild. Now to McNeely. McNeely gets by her defender, looked up and saw that no one was in front of her. Lost the basketball as it goes to Taylor Safransky. Safransky looking for Ashton, instead gives it to Wild. This one at the top of the key, and Ashton might be limping hard, and she's going to go down to the court, and we'll take a break with them. You just hope this is a cramp instead of a MCL or maybe just a twisted ankle. 8:54 left to play in regulation. We'll break. Fargo Davies up by 8 here on your live event.
Ada, Minnesota. There's much to offer for new residents and much to do once you're here. Medical facility, living community, and assistant living. A beautiful school campus providing quality education. The Deco Center with a 24-hour fitness center. A community of faith with church and youth programs. Auto dealers, bowling, theater, farm implement and agronomy centers. Banks, retail and service businesses, a radio station, and much more. With employment and housing available. Welcome to the City of Ada to work, raise a family, and relax. Contact the City of Ada for more information.
Good news for Fargo Davies. Ashton Safransky will have to check out, and Kennedy Vettel will come in. But the good news is, looks just like a cramp and nothing more. So coming out of the game will be Ashton Safransky, but she has been number one everywhere here tonight. If you had a defensive player of the game, she would have it, even with nearly half of a second half left to play. Ava Wild spins on the inside. There's a block by Shrema. Underneath is Franks. Her turnaround shot is off the mark. No good, and Shrema gets the rebound, her 12th. Shrema looks to go the other end of the floor. Kendi Vettel's there, and Shrema puts one up and count it. Emily Shrema now with 4 points, a chance to make it 5 at the free throw line and cut that deficit down to 5. Kendi Vettel picks up the foul, her first, the team's 7th. And with 8:41 left to play here in regulation, Fargo Shanley will be at the free throw line from here on out in the bonus. Free throw attempt is good. Substitution in the game will be Macy Wielden. Checking out will be Marissa Burian. Fargo Davies leads it by 5. With 8:41 again left to play here in the second half. EDC girls basketball winner goes to 1-0 in conference play. Loser drops to 0-1. Taylor Safransky gives it to Franks. Franks with it now to Vettel. Vettel around the horn, back to Safransky. Posting up on the inside was Wielden, now to Wild. Wild with the shot fake, crossing over, trying to get by Shrema. Nice job by Emily there defensively. Kick out Franks, deep three on the way. That'll swirl out. And a rebound by Emily Shrema. That's her 13th board of the night. Shrema sees a double team come, gives it up the floor quickly. Now it goes to Mevold. Mevold sees it, and then there's Taylor Safransky jumping the passing lane. Ava Wild now will handle this one on the baseline, throws it up off the mark, no good, and Shrema is there. That's Shorma for the rebound. This one will go to Hannah Hodel. Now she crosses the timeline. Fargo Shanley can get it down to a one-possession deficit here with a made field goal. That's to the right-hand side with it is going to be Mevold. Mevold to Shorma. Shorma sees a double team back to Mevold with 10 seconds here on the shot clock. Hakim bounce pass to Shrema. Shrema rips it through left-handed. Runner off the mark. No, Hakim put back. That's no good. Shrema, another opportunity. Good for 2. Just padding some stats underneath. A couple of boards, 2 points. And don't look now, the Deacons are down by 3. What was at one point a 33-19 game is now 36-33 with 7:16 left here in regulation. Franks gets by her defender but can't make that one. Hakim with the rebound. The other way, and we almost get a traveling violation on Fargo Shanley. A 3 to tie, 2 to get it down by 1. We get the foul before the shot. This will be on Taylor Safransky, her 3rd and the team's 8th. I'll have a 1-and-1 opportunity here as Shorma will check out. Coming into the contest will be Bryn McNeely. Marissa Burian will check in here for Fargo Davies alongside with Alex Feldner. And we should be in the bonus here for a 1-and-1 opportunity. Should be the 1-and-1. And with 7:01 left to play here in the second half, there it is. Mevold scoreless so far here tonight. A chance to cut into that Davies lead. Right now a 14-3 run by Fargo Shanley. Mevold misses the free throw. Wielden collects the board. Fargo Davies in transition. Open. Marissa Burian. 3! Splash City. Marissa Burian now with 7. The second made 3 of this second half for Davies, and a timeout on the floor will break. 6:52 left to play in regulation. Davies leads by 6 on your live event.
For all your flooring needs, look no further than Carlson Customs Incorporated. From tile, Cortex, and laminate flooring, waterproof floors, shower tiles, and carpet, you are sure to find what you need to update or create the perfect feel in your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Carlson Customs Incorporated. Call Todd at 218-531-0176.
We built Irie Insurance with one philosophy: hire great people and provide great service and options. We want to help protect your home, farm, crops, personal, and your businesses. Hello, this is Shane with Irie Insurance, and since day one, we have followed this golden rule to help protect you. That's why we have so many locations like West Fargo, Devils Lake, Hope, Hillsboro, Mackville, and Towner. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to IrieInsurance.com. Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity employer and provider.
Second half action, Fargo Shanley storming back outside that three-pointer there late by Marissa Burian, able to give Fargo Shanley a one-possession game, now back within two possessions. Davies will try to close this one out. Good to see Ashton Safransky back on the bench. Looked like she just had a little bit of a lane cramp. But again, someone just brings a lot of energy and fight here for the Eagles. Fargo Shanley. Hannah Hodel sees Vettel there, able to clear it with McNeely. McNeely to Akim up the floor, fires it past to Shrema. Left-handed layup's going to rattle out. Ball gets tipped, and a rebound to Marissa Burian. Burian in the front court. Emily Shrema's there and just brings the ball with her down the sideline, out of bounds with 6:36 left to play in this one. Game started at 6:06, so an hour and 13 minutes old. Class A plays 4 extra minutes than Class B. Also a difference. Class B with quarters of 8 minutes. Class A with halves of 18 minutes. Marissa Burian, high post touch to Wheeldon. Wheeldon rips it through. Here's Taylor Safransky. Safransky reverse pivots, goes hard down the paint. Left-handed runner off the mark. No good. Wheeldon put back and count it. Macy Wheeldon with her first made field goal here of the second half comes at a most opportune time. And one. Akim picks up the foul, her third. That's the team's fourth. And Ashton Safransky into the game here for Vettel. Free throw attempt here by Wheeldon is off the mark, no good. Burian tries to collect the rebound. Instead it gets tipped out to Ashton Safransky. Marissa Burian, a 23-footer! Yes, sir! Said that Burian and Franks have the light in front of half court, and just like that, it's a 11-point lead here for Fargo Davies. Marissa Burian, no doubt about that one. Hodel in the front court as she crosses it over. Looks inside, nothing's there. Now to Shrema. Shrema drives down the paint. Ball goes across the paint to Akim. Extra fine. Shorma, right wing three-pointer off the tin, no good. And Ashton Safransky gets the rebound. 15 points and 5 boards for Safransky so far here tonight. Ashton, extra pass, Burian. Three-pointer off the front rim. No, Ashton, though, gets the rebound. Ashton looking inside for Wheeldon, and Shrema was there on the front to get the steal. Now if there's a time for the Deacons, they got to go quickly with just over 5 minutes to play here in regulation. Shrema, three-pointer off the front iron, no good, and we're going to get a foul here underneath, as this one will be on Fargo Davies, it looks like. This will be on Feldner. Her second, team's ninth. So from here on out, after the 1-and-1, it'll be a double bonus for the Deacons moving forward. This one will be underneath, and it will be a 1-and-1 opportunity here for Fargo Shanley, as Hakim will come to the free throw line on the make one to get one. Hakim so far with 3 points, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Second free throw attempt upcoming here, as checking out of the contest on the substitution. Or checking in now will be Ava Wild and Wacha, as they will come in alongside with Fargo Shanley. Or we'll have Jenna Meevold into the game. Deacons down by 11 late here in EDC girls basketball, and a chance to try to get a late run in them here. Hakim, free throw attempt number 1 is good. Mezique with 3 points so far in the second half, 4 in the game with 12 rebounds. Second free throw attempt to get this down to single digits is good. Mezique 2 for 2 from the free throw line. The Deacons just kind of hanging around. A good stop, a good quality offensive play away from trying to get right back into this contest. Taylor Safransky, the left open, left of the key, three-pointer is long. Ashton Safransky gets the rebound. Safransky drives open, wild, jumper from 13 feet, no. And Emily Shrema gets the rebound. Her 15th board of the game for Emily. 6 points and 15 boards. Shorma to Shrema. Shrema with it. Back to Shorma. That's a tongue twister. Hakim posting up on the inside, and Ashton Safransky times that play beautifully on the backside to get the steal. Now to Marissa Burian. Burian bounce pass between the legs to Wild. Good for two. Ava Wild now with 3 points. That went right through the wickets of Emily Shrema. Marissa Burian with a little extra pizzazz on that one. Davies leads it by 11. Hannah Hodel spins at the top of the key. Hodel drives off the backboard, no. Rebound goes to Ava Wild, her 5th of the contest. Wild been quiet tonight, an all-EDC performer from a season ago, but she hasn't had to do a lot offensively. Just try to do enough to hold Emily Shrema or Hakim at bay on the defensive side. Wild now banging on the inside, spins, and we get a traveling violation on Fargo Davies. Substitution here. Bryn McNeely will check in. A reminder after this one, we'll have Fargo Davies and Fargo Shanley in the boys contest. That's looking closer to about a 8 o'clock tip or so once you get these two teams off the floor, put 20 minutes on the clock for warm-up, starting lineups, and get ready to the tip. Hakim, top of the key, ripping it through is going to be Mevold. Mevold goes down the paint. Ashton Safransky was there going straight up, and that one gets thrown out of bounds to Fargo Davies. Fargo Shanley right now, we'll see when they apply some pressure, trailing by 11. Just over 3.5 minutes left to play. They have some fouls to give. Safransky bounce pass looking on the inside to Wild, and we got a foul. Shorma will pick up the reach, her first and the team's 5th. So Fargo Shanley one more to give before it's the bonus situation. Hodel will check into the game as Shorma will check out. Marissa Burian having a nice night in double digits with 10 points, 2 made threes. Ava Wild, right elbow jumper. A short ball gets tipped, but right to Hannah Hodel. Hodel will see the defense clear and now call out the offense. Hodel inside, Shrema. Little touch pass that goes to McNeely. McNeely back to Hodel, and we're going to have a foul here. This one will be on the arm. A little bit more of a clear up by Safransky. That'll be Taylor's 4th and the team's 10th. So going to the line to shoot 2 will be Bryn McNeely. McNeely with the double bonus opportunity here with 3:11 left in regulation. Free throw attempt number 1 is good. McNeely, second free throw attempt upcoming here to try to make it a single-digit lead. Next jump ball would favor Fargo Shanley. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. At the half, it was 25-19 Davies. They've extended that lead here in the second. Going 2 for 2 from the line is Bryn now with 8 points in the game. The Deacons, a little 2-2-1 full court press. Marissa Burian sees into the backcourt to Safransky, up the floor now to Wild. Wild at the baseline. Jumper on the way is long, and a rebound to Mevold. That's what the defense needs you to do, is not necessarily a turnover. Get you a gear in front, and early shot there by Wild on the shot clock. Ball goes on the inside. Shrema looking backdoor. That's in the hands of Mevold. Goes down the paint, right-handed runner, good for 2. Jenna Mevold with her opening 2 points. First 2 points of the night, and Fargo Shanley back within 7. 2:35 left to play in regulation. Safransky crossing over right to left. Gives it to Franks. Right wing 3 open. That's no good. Marissa Burian, though, with the rebound. Burian sees a double team come. Tries to get the pass off, but it's stolen by Shrema. Hannah Hodel now will handle into the front court. It's the pass. This goes over the intended post player of Hakim, and a turnover on the Deacons. Fargo Shanley in the second half with 15 turnovers in the second half alone. But the Deacons, this will allow them to get the 2-2-1 full court press on here. Fargo Shanley needs a stop, gets a score back within 2 possessions. Then you start wondering when you play the foul game if you're head coach Steve Jacobson. Well, this doesn't help. Wacha can't make the first, second one with the end one. Ashley Wacha just might have had the dagger there. Hakim picks up the foul, her 4th, the team's 6th, and Watch at the free throw line to shoot the good old-fashioned three-point play. This to make it a 4-possession contest and get Fargo Davies back a 10-point lead. She does. It'll be tough for Fargo Shanley, now down by 10 with 2:04 left to play. It's one where offensively, don't need to rush, you don't need a quick three, but you need the ball to go in the cylinder. And you need a quick turnover, get the ball right back. This would help, right baseline three on the way, that's good. Jenna Mevold with the triple and a timeout on the floor will break as well. 1:50 left to play in the second half. Shanley just down by 7 here on your live event.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
7-point game, Fargo Davies and Fargo Shanley with 1:50 left to play here in the second half. Timeout on the floor by Fargo Shanley. They have one remaining as the Eagles will get set to inbound this one as Wacha will get ready. And for Fargo Shanley, we'll see what they bring out defensively here. As they'll come out a little 2-2-1 full court press. Safransky in the backcourt, guarded there by Mevold. Now it goes to Taylor. Taylor sees a double team come now to Ashton. Fargo Davies can be patient with the basketball, trying to milk some clock here. They're in no rush with Franks on this weaving action. Franks gives it back to Taylor Safransky. 10 seconds left here on the shot clock. Taylor, high post touch to Wild. Wild with it, back to Safransky, left of the key, deep three-pointer long. Getting up for the rebound is going to be Fargo Shanley, and Franks picks up the foul. That'll stop the clock, and the best thing for the Deacons, that's Frank's fourth. 2 shots coming here in the double bonus, and going to the free throw line to shoot the pair is going to be Mevold. Jetta at the line 0 for 1 tonight, has 5 points, but yeah, about 25 seconds came off the clock if you're a Fargo Shanley fan out there. But the best thing that happened is the clock stopped and a chance to cut into this lead. Now it's down to 6. Fargo Davies up by 14 points, 33-19 with 13:35 to play. Since then, Fargo Shanley just slowly but surely coming back. Fargo Davies, though, continues to have the answer. One of the reasons why, Ashton Safransky working on a double-double performance, and heck, even a triple-double with steals. Ashton Safransky in the front court, and there's the foul. This will be McNeely, her 4th, team 7th. At the free throw line to shoot the 1-and-1 will be Ashton Safransky. Safransky with 15 points, now make it 16 points here tonight to lead the floor. Fargo Davies, more importantly, back up by 3 possessions. Second free throw attempt on the way for Safransky. That was 17, and we got a timeout on the floor. We'll break as well. 71 seconds left to play in this one. Davies up by 8 here on your live event.
Yes, I found out way more than just like sports. I met a lot of people just on my floor, and then different activities you could go to that were on campus. I for sure will look back on all the memories and love it. My name is Grace, and I'm here for my future.
First week of college, I can't tell you how many friends I've made. It's a family, you know what I mean? Like every time I go to a meeting, like everyone knows my name. They're always kind to me. I love it. I can't explain how much I love it here. My name is Junior, and I'm here for my future.
Fargo Davies up by 8. Calling the timeout was Tona Safransky. The Eagles will have 1 left. Fargo Shanley right now I'll have to get a quick possession, try to get a quick score. Again, you don't need a three, just need something to go on the cylinder in the next 10, 15 seconds. Full court press, try to get a steal or try to get a jump ball here as Fargo Shanley will come out here with the basketball. Inbounding it will be Emily Strema to Hannah Hodel. Hodel on the guard there by Ashton Safransky. Hodel enters the right wing with it to the baseline. This a pass goes to Hakim off the right block. No, and then a foul on the backside. It's be Taylor Safransky. Her night is done. Taylor Safransky will pick up her fifth. She'll finish with 5 points and 1 rebound. Two opportunities coming here for Hakim. And now for Taylor Safransky, she'll go to Marissa Beering to come into the game. So Taylor will foul out. Free throws coming here for Hakim. First of 2 is good. Second free throw on the way here for Hakim. That one's off the mark. We're going to get a foul then on Fargo Shanley. Wacha will go to the line the other way to shoot the 1-and-1. Or will the ball go out of bounds? They'll say, excuse me, the ball will go out of bounds, so no foul. Fargo Davies will inbound it here with Wacha. Wacha to Franks. Little 2-2-1 continues by the Deacons. This will come down to Safransky. Safransky back to Franks as they cross the timeline here. Franks tries to find Wacha. Instead, we're going to get a jump ball. This will be a turnover. And it will favor Fargo Shanley. So the Deacons will get the ball back as Emily Strema will inbound it right in front of the Eagles bench. A 7-point deficit for the Deacons, and Fargo Shanley's got to go. Hannah Hodel crossing the timeline here under 40 seconds play in regulation. Gives it to Strema. Strema to Shorma. Left wing coming off a screen is going to be Hodel. Hodel with the basketball. Game clock down to 30 inside Hakim. Hakim sees Wild. Wild throws one up, and Hakim gets fouled in the act of shooting. Wild picks up the third, and Hakim will go to the free throw line yet again. Mizuku Hakim at the free throw line tonight, 6 of 8. Clock stops. And now Fargo Shanley, like a broken record, a chance to get it back to a 2-possession deficit. Free throw attempt number 1 is in and out. Last 2.5 minutes, kind of like pulling teeth a little bit here for both teams. Trying to get a little bit of a rhythm, but what you'd expect early on in game number 1 as Hakim goes 1 of 2 from the line for Fargo Davies. Just a second game for Fargo Shanley. Now Fargo Davies, they don't have to shoot if they don't want to. Just cross the timeline, move the ball around, force Fargo to Shanley to foul you, and that's what happens. Shorma picks up the foul. That'll be Maggie's second, team's 8th, so it's still a 1-and-1 opportunity as Ava Wild goes to the free throw line. Wild 1 of 5 from the line, 5 rebounds with 3 points. Make one to get one opportunity here for the Eagles. More importantly, a chance to get it back with a 3-possession lead, and Wild does on the first. Second one upcoming here for Fargo Davies. As Wild tries to make it an 8-point lead. Makes the first, misses the second. Hakim collects the rebound. Fargo Shanley the other way to Shorma. Now in the hands of Mevo. Mevo right elbow looking for Hakim on the pick and roll. Hakim off the backboard, good for 2 and a timeout by Coach Jacobson. We'll keep it here with 11.4 seconds left to play. Fargo Shanley got the deficit to 5. The jump ball would favor Fargo Davies. Fargo Shanley will be with no timeouts remaining for the rest of regulation. Fargo Davies just with 1, but Mizuku Hakim had just 1 point in the first half. In the second half here, she's got 8. Having a nice night as well, 4 of 6 from the line with a couple made field goals. 9 points here for Hakim. As the Deacons, we've seen that 2-2-1 full court pressure, but now you got to pressure immediately off the inbounds or try to pressure the player throwing the basketball in on the baseline against Fargo Davies. Davies has shot all right from the free throw line in game number 1. Gonna think of Ashton Safransky, maybe a Carly Franks, some of their free throw shooters, a chance to get this basketball or Wacha. We'll see how they inbound it here. Again, Coach Jonas Safransky asking if we got one timeout remain just in case they can't get this one inbounds. As this will go with Wacha. Wacha to inbound it here. As they do this, it goes to Burian. Burian bounce pass, and there's the foul with 8.5 seconds left to play. Shorma picks up her third, the team's ninth, and it's still a 1-and-1 opportunity here for the Eagles. As Marissa Burian will go to the free throw line with 10 points on the evening. Kim will check out. Coming in will be Bryn McNeely. As now, if you're Coach Jacobson, depending what happens here on the free throw, got to get the ball up quickly. More than likely, try to shoot a three. Burian misses. McNeely with the rebound as it goes the other way quickly. Down to 5, down to 4. McNeely's got to get a shot off right wing. She can't. This one, right baseline. That shot is blocked by Wacha, and that will be your final. A final tonight from Fargo Davies, the third-ranked Eagles, 52. The Fargo Shanley Deacons, 47. Our post-game show is coming up next here on your live event.
If you want help from a firm who has integrity, respect, strives for excellence, and is interested in the benefit of the community, then look no further than Onstead Twitchell Attorneys. Our team of attorneys are dedicated and talented professionals who are committed to improving the lives of their clients and providing custom legal solutions with integrity and excellence. We have offices in West Fargo, Hillsborough, and Castleton, or visit our website at www.onsteadlaw.com.
Since 1981, Park Christian School has been educating the next generation of leaders in the Fargo, Moorhead, and West Fargo area. Park Christian's thoroughly Christian education and commitment to academic excellence has resulted in a confident tradition of student success. Students graduate from Park Christian School strong in their faith and well prepared for the rigors of college, career, and relationships. Call 218-236-0500 to schedule your visit or go online to parkchristianschool.org.
Degelman does put the effort and time into their employees by training them.
It's something that you think you couldn't do, but you can actually do it because you were trained to do it.
Once I got my confidence up, now I just feel pride.
I'm very proud to be leading the team that builds the toughest product in the manufacturing and agricultural industry.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
Well, the boys' game is coming up next, but again, your final from Fargo Davies here tonight in the girls' contest. The third-ranked Eagles go to 1-0 on the season with a 52-47 win against Fargo Shanley. The Deacons drop to 0-2 overall and 0-1 in EDC conference play. Taking a look at the team numbers in this one, Fargo Davies goes 5 of 13 from the free throw line, 8 players in the scoring column with 4 made three-pointers. Fargo Shanley went 17 of 25 from the line, 7 players in the scoring column, and they had 3 three-pointers in the loss. The Eagles with 23 rebounds, Fargo Shanley with 43, but the difference for the Deacons, 35 turnovers compared to Fargo Davies with 10. Individual numbers, Ashton Safransky finishes with a game-high 17 points, 2 of 3, make that 2 of 4 from the line with a made three-pointer. 10 points then by Marissa Burian, 9 points by Carly Franks. You have 5 points by Taylor Safransky, 4 on the way by Ava Weil, 3 by Ashley Wacha, and 2 by Macy Wielden and Kennedy Vettel. Again, 17 for Ashton Safransky and 10 by Marissa Burian. For the Fargo Shanley Deacons, they would finish with, in the scoring column, Mezuku Hakim with 9 points and 13 rebounds. 8 points by Bryn McNeely, 2 for 2 from the line. 6 points then of Jenna Mevold, 6 points by Hannah Hodel, 6 points by Maggie Shorma, and 7 boards, and 6 points and 15 rebounds by Emily Shrema. 5 points by Stockholm here for Fargo Shanley. So the winning streak continues for the Eagles. They've won 4 straight against the Deacons. The next time these two teams will meet, that will come a little bit later on in the season on January the 27th at McCormick Gymnasium at Fargo Shanley. Fargo Davies next up. They will play against the Wahpeton Huskies on Friday night in Wahpeton, while Fargo Shanley, they will return home against the Fargo South Bruins on Friday night. That does it for our girls contest. Again, your final 52-47. Our boys contest is coming up in just a few moments here on your live event.
Thank you.